Hey grade 10s. All right, let's do the next lesson. We're going to talk about wages, salaries, and pay periods today. This is a super practical lesson because it applies to literally everybody who will have a job, ever, pretty much. Okay, so when you get paid, employers use what's called a pay period. Okay, and a pay period is a predetermined length of time where the employee works and then gets paid for that time that they worked. So, each workplace has different pay periods, but generally each employer will use one of these four, and those I'm going to go over them, then I'm going to ask you to pause the video and then fill in the blanks, just like the last lesson, and probably just like the rest of the lessons that are to come. Okay, so weekly. Employee gets paid once per week. Okay, so straightforward. Gets paid once per week, that's it, that's all. Bi-weekly means the employee gets paid once every 2 weeks or once every other week. Okay. Then there is semi-monthly, and the employee gets paid twice per month, so usually on the 15th and the 30th. Now, that might seem to you that these two are the same, but let me clarify that they are not, okay? Bi-weekly means every other week, but semi-monthly means twice per month. Now, not every month has 4 weeks, so this isn't usually the same, okay? So when there is a month that has 5 weeks, which does happen a couple times a year at least, then we have a situation where getting paid every other week would not be the same as getting paid twice per month, and that is why those are two different categories. Okay, and then the last one is monthly, which is just simply that the employee gets paid once every month. That's all. If we move down here, we can see that many people are working in a situation where they have an annual salary, which an annual salary, which is where they're getting a certain amount of money per year, right? The amount of hours doesn't affect it. But an employer could not pay their employee once per year. People aren't good enough at saving money to be able to make the money last through the whole year, and it would also be extremely expensive for an employer to pay all their employees once per year and then not through the year, because that would be a huge amount of money at one time. So because of that, we need to figure out how much of your salary you get paid each time. So again, there's the same 4 options, right? And I'm just going to talk about how we figure out these numbers here that I want you to copy down. So weekly, if you get paid weekly, you're getting paid once per week, and there are 52 weeks in a year, so you get paid 52 times per year. If you are getting paid bi-weekly, that means you're getting paid once every 2 weeks, so half as often as weekly, so you're getting paid 26 times per year. Okay. Then there's semi-monthly, so again, remember that's different than bi-weekly, but I'm actually going to do monthly first, okay? So monthly means you're getting paid once per month. We know there are 12 months in a year, so you get paid 12 times each year. And then lastly, semi-monthly means 2 times per month, so if there are 2 times in a month and 12 months in a year, then we're getting paid 24 times per year. Okay, this is a super important chart. That's a bad circle. Let's try that again. There we go. This is an important chart. Super important. You guys need to memorize these numbers, okay, that go along with each. So you need to have all of these memorized. Not just like because of this unit, but A, it will make the unit easier, but also because B, it's really practical for real life. So I get paid semi-monthly, and so I need to know what that looks like for my budgets, for saving money, for paying my bills, all that kind of thing, and eventually so will you. This is an important piece of information, okay? All right, let's look here at these examples. An employee is paid $1,500 bi-weekly. Okay, first piece of key information here is bi-weekly. That means that they are getting paid 26 times per year. Okay, and so if we want to figure out their annual pay, which is the first question, we're going to look at their bi-weekly pay, which is $1,500, and multiply it by the amount of times they're getting paid per year, which is 26, to find the total amount of money in the year. And that works out to $39,000. Ooh, that's a weird zero. Per year. Okay, next up, employees' monthly pay. So now that we've found the annual pay, we can use that to determine the monthly pay. So we know if they're getting paid, yikes. Okay, I'm going to just zoom in here a little bit to make this a little clearer. There we go. $39,000 per year, and they're getting paid 12 times per year. We want to know how much each payment is. We're going to split that up by dividing into 12, and when we do that, that gives us the amount of $3,250 per month. There we go. Next, the employee's average weekly pay. Okay, so again, we have that yearly amount, that annual amount, which is $39,000, and we want to figure out if we're getting paid once per week, how much would that be? So we're going to divide by 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year. And when I do that, that gives me $750 per week. Okay, couple quick notes and then we'll move on to the next page. First of all, always find the annual pay first. Everything else is based off of that essentially, so it's always easiest to do that. Would highly recommend. Okay, most examples will lead you to do that, but in some cases, if it doesn't say it, it's a good first step. And then the second thing is that in this example, the numbers just happen to work out as these like really pretty numbers with nice zeros at the end. But that is not always going to happen, and there's usually actually just going to be like a weird number of cents at the end of our numbers that we calculate, and that's totally fine and very normal. Okay, next page. Elizabeth gets paid $4,800 per month. Okay, so again, start off with what we know, which is that monthly means 12 times per year. And the first question says find her annual pay. So we're going to do that by multiplying her monthly pay by the amount of time she gets paid per year, which is 12, to get a total number, okay? And so just again, throw that into your calculator, just very normal, and we're going to find that she earns $57,600 per year. Okay, next we want to find her average weekly pay. So that means that we are going to take again her annual pay, $57,600. Man, it's a tongue twister apparently for me. And figure out how much she makes each week. We know that each week means 52 times a year, so we're going to divide that by 52 to get the answer. And when we do that, we are going to see that she earns approximately $1,107.69 per week. Okay, let's move on here. So we are going to look here at these two examples. Once you do this, I would really love it for you guys to try these examples at the bottom. I will post a screenshot of the answers in our files. Okay, usually I'll probably just put it at the end of a video, but I didn't do that ahead of time here today. So I'm just gonna put a screenshot in our files in our Teams page. Okay, and please go check your answers there. Message me if you have questions. All right, so $45,000 a year. We want to figure out what that means if you got paid bi-weekly, semi-monthly, and weekly. So the first thing we want to look at is bi-weekly. Remember that bi-weekly means every other week, so that means 26 times per year. So we are going to divide that annual amount by 26 to find this number. Okay, so 45,000 divided by 26 gives me 1,000. Oh boy, let's try that again. $1,730.77 each pay period, so every other week. Next, we want to look at semi-monthly. So we know that semi-monthly means 2 times per month, so that's 24 times per year. So this time, instead of dividing by 26, we're going to divide by 24. Okay, so 45,000 divided by 24 gives me $1,875 every 2 times per month, semi-monthly. Okay, and then last but not least is weekly. So I want to remind you that there are 52 weeks in a year. So that means we're going to get 52 pay periods in a year. And so when I divide 45,000 by 52, that's going to give me $865.38 if you got paid every week. All right, and let's just switch colors here for fun. Sure. Okay, semi-monthly, and then we want to figure out how much per year, how much per week, how much per month. Okay, so like I said on the previous page, you should always find the amount per year first. Okay, it will make all the other calculations super easy. So we know that if we're looking at semi-monthly, then we're looking at getting someone who's getting paid 2 times per month, right? So to get to per year, we're going to multiply by 24, okay? So when we do that, when we multiply 1,800 times 24, then we're going to get $43,200 per year. Okay? And then we're going to use that amount to find out per week and per month. So the first one we want to look at is per week. Okay? So we know that if you're getting paid per week, you're getting paid 52 times per year. So to go from here to here, we're dividing by 52, okay? And when I divide 43,200 by 52, that is going to give me, switch back to my color here, $830.77 per week, okay? And then last but not least, we're going to look at if I was going to get paid per month. And so to go from per year to per month, we know there are 12 months in a year. So we're going to divide by 12 to get per month payment. Okay. And so then again, 43,200. Oh goodness, my calculator is not working here. There we go. 43,200 divided by 12 is going to give me $3,600 on average per month. Okay, there we go. So again, please try these examples. I will put the answers in our Teams page in the file. Okay, I'll just put an image in our folder. Message me if you have any questions, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye, ladies.